right, doing some screw-on head seal. This is a National Guard product, neoprene silicone perimeter seals. All right. I'm going to save the supplied screws. That's always install with the supplied screw. You know, you're not going to go wrong doing it like that. I mean, unless they supplied the wrong kind of screw for what you're screwing into, I guess, then maybe don't. But always go with the supplied screw. I guess also I should say you gotta read the instructions too. Cut, seal to fit, mark screw holes, pilot, install, adjust so that the gasket is slightly compressed against the door but does not impede proper closing and latching. That is as good at instructions as you're gonna see. That's exactly what we're gonna do. This side I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors on this side. So let's prep 5, install 5. You can do we can prep them all too, but man, it's a beautiful day. Wanted to try to get in the sun, get these cut and drilled. These come with no holes in them, so we get to put the holes in them, which is good. Make sure we put the holes away from where the closer shoe is going to sit, so they can get in the way. These are all going to get parallel arm closers. Closer shoes going to mount through this. So here we go. This is they come 36, and so I'm gonna cut them down to 34 and 5/8 plus. Just a little bit more than 34 and 5/8, because this mounts between the stops. This is gonna mount between the stops. Give it a little lube. Let's see. I usually have my gloves on. Is it safer to wear gloves when you're using a saw? I've heard not, but I like having gloves on because my hands are all jacked up. Okay. Stay cut. Let's cut to length. And then what I do is I bring the rubber up to the edge, just a tiny bit over. And then I just crimp it just a little bit on the back side, and that holds the rubber there. I don't think you really have to do it on the head to crimp it, but when you're doing these kind of seals in different parts of the door, you know, you never want the seal part to fall out. So kind of just general practice is how I do that. I'll drill holes in that in a minute. Let me cut the rest to length real quick. It's 34 5/8. Try it with my left hand. It's got marked 34 5/8 plus. Lube. Oh boy, there he goes. Got a bunch of rowdy workers out here. Rowdy guys. Okay, crimp that back edge to hold the rubber in place. I pull the rubber down a little bit before I cut it to length to load it, or make sure that it's real springy so that it'll be able to seal against the door really good. Oh, I just did back side, but that's okay. I just pull the rubber back so I'm not messing with the rubber when I cut these. So if I had a little more space and you can, let's say you're gonna do the whole job, you could set up a nice little jig and just cut them all. This is a modernization though, so some of the frames are old, so some of them are just a little bit different length. Okay. I'll cut 2 more. Load this bad boy up. Roll that backside. All right. 2 more. One. Do 1 more. And we'll drill the holes. Yeah, that sounds nice. It's cold, but the sun's good. All right, now I'm gonna figured out the numbers to have these spaced evenly, so I'm going an inch, then 11.5, and the same on the other side is 11.5 and an inch. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, I left my drill over here. Oh my goodness. Left my drill over there. Okay, broke a screw off on the other side when I was installing them. Yep, it happens. All right, and I'm not marking the center because I can eyeball the center, and that's going to be good enough when it's installed at the head of the frame. Yeah, I don't know if you're able to see what I'm doing or not, but I'm just drilling the hole. One inch is a little close to the edge to install it, but sometimes the spec says they need to be attached with 1 inch. I don't know if it does out here, but that's just good. It's a good thing to do. If I put it out at like 1.5 or 2 inches, it's easier to screw to the frame because your drill's not so close to the edge. But this works, and in case their spec says that, I'll be all good. I guess I could check the spec. That would be one option, would it not? Stay with me. Okay. A lot of times when it comes to screw-on seal, I'm seeing, or I see, oh! Oh yeah, really good. So a lot of times when it comes to screw-on seal, I see them doing the wide seal at the head, and then they do the skinny leg seals. So I don't know exactly why, but you'll see that combo a lot. You might think, oh, they'd have it match the head and the legs all the way around, but a lot of times I see this wide head with the skinny legs. And something else with products like this, a lot of times you'll see these holes when they come pre-drilled. A lot of times with products like this, those holes are slotted so that you can adjust, move it back and forth. Obviously, when I'm punching in here, I'm not going to make slotted holes. You could, but I mean, I'm not gonna. So you want to make sure that when you install it, when you position it, it's right where you want it. Um, yeah, because it's not really adjustable from that point. You can make it adjustable. Like I broke a screw over here, so had a way I dealt with that. Stewage, how are you? You enjoying the weather? You're doing what, Stu? Oh, you got several issues, huh? That's a fact. 111 and a half. So yeah, like over here, I broke a screw. What do I do? Well, when I broke that screw, so when I broke the screw off, say I broke it off right here, I can't put another screw because these are like a hardened, they're really hard to drill through. So all I did was I just drilled another same size hole right next to it, run the screw head in it, and when the finished product, it just looks like that one hole is, it would just look like that one hole slotted and the rest aren't. It just looks like a slotted screw hole then. So it doesn't look bad, looks fine. All right. All right, there we go. We got 5 prep. Let's go install 5. Finished. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but you'll hear all these doors are slamming. And that's why we're doing what we're doing right now. We're going to put the head seal on so the closer can go on, and then all those doors are going to stop slamming, not get damaged, not damage anything else. All right, so here's our finished product here, ready to go in. We don't have the locking hardware installed yet, but that's okay. I'm just gonna, when we put that closer on, the closer is just gonna hold it right there, tight against the stop. It's gonna want to hold it all the way out here. So I'm basically just gonna throw that up there, make sure the rubber's slightly compressed, so the silicone, what is it? Silicone neoprene something? I don't know. yeah, that's going to hold it up there. Make sure it's slightly compressed and screw it in. Now, the hinge side of the door frame is always going to, most of the time, have backing for the closer. So I got 2 layers of metal on this side, and then I got single layer metal on this side. So I usually put my first screw on the latch side, where it's just going through a single layer. Because the only thing I hate when I break a screw off here, so I try not to break screws off. One way I do that is by getting my first screw over here, and then I have a little bit better feel here because I'm not trying to hold this up. So I need to switch to my clears, and I also usually I'll use my headlamp here too to make sure I'm seeing the rubber and that it's getting a good compression. So I'm gonna hold it like right there, and now I'm gonna let go of the door and just keep it here. I got my screw loaded up, ready to go. There we go. First screw's in. It's in the right spot on this side. Now I'm just gonna close the door again and make sure that on this side it's just rubber slightly compressed when the door's in the closed position. Then I'm gonna run a screw in it. And I can tell when I get through the first layer of backing, or the first through the skin, and then start trying to get to the backing. So if you have extra screws, sometimes I'll use a fresh screw then. You can still get through it. It's just, if the screw is going to break, it's going to break going through that second layer. So here, I got backing on this one still too. That's through the first layer. There we go. And don't over tighten, of course. There we go. One head seal installed. Getting good contact. Yeah, getting good contact all the way across. So you hear that wind coming through. Wow, strong wind. All right, let's go do another one. All right, let's do another one. Realizing that this safety vest is becoming more like a safety girdle, which I guess is still safe, Anyway, that's okay. I started walking more. It's okay. We're we're getting there. We're gonna figure it out. We got it. All right. I like it right there. Outside. The reason you want to make sure the rubber's slightly compressed right now is that if this door, by the time all the rest of the hardware gets on, if it migrates a little bit out that way, you want it still to be able to seal. And that's why I put the rubber to the door, compressed it a little, and then because these are the ones that will break, I don't want to over tighten them. It needs to get tightened a little bit. Now it's tight to the head. That's through that first layer of backing. I'm sorry, through the skin of the door, then into the backing. That's the way it works. No backing here.
Hey, Holmes.
All right, there's two.
Wow, there's two.
Woo! That's Stuart. All right, it's whoa. Oh yeah, sorry. You got these magnets I gotta move. Very strong magnet. Yeah, that didn't look right. All right, that's looking good. Screw load. Let me load up a screw. Put that latch side on first. Right there. There we go. I can see that slightly compressed. That's what I wanted. Just loaded the screw. Through the skin. Through the backing. Oh, 2 screws. Through the skin. Through the backing. No backing. I must have X-ray vision. Compressed. Compressed. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep my screws back here. Strong magnet. Okay. Good. Load my screw. Apparently there's some wiring going on. Like it right there. Have to terminate some of those, huh? Perhaps. That one almost got away from me. Not liking the way that feels. And you can get bad screws sometimes too. It happens. It for sure happens, man. Trust your instincts. One more. Uno mas. That's Espanol. Habla poquito. Let's check it out. Okay. Looks like they just got the first coat of paint on the head here, but they really need these doors to stop whipping around. So we're gonna make it happen. I think Spanish word for screws tornillo. Is that right? Tornillo. My brother speaks Spanish, but I don't. And then my other brother speaks Chinese too. Chinese and Spanish. He's very talented. Well, they're both talented. Oh yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for checking it out. A little bit different video. It's fun. Well, it's fun trying different video styles, video types. So if you liked this one, let me know. And more importantly, if you could share it, that would be awesome. I appreciate that so much because nobody's gonna know about this channel unless you share it with them. So thank you so much. All right, catch you next time. Happy hardware.